Welcome once more to HEMA Reviews. It's been a while. So today we'll be taking a closer look at an updated item that I have already reviewed. These are the Hoof Gloves from SparringGlove.com, or as I like to call them, the Zoidberg gloves. So these are quite similar to the previous model, only they are split in the middle, which I'll get to in a minute, and there have been some general updates done. Now, you might see that my gloves have no cuff. That's because I modified them, because the cuffs got in the way of the forearm protection I have on my jacket, so I had to take them off. Sorry for that. But I do recommend that if you use forearm protection, you do the same. This is much more comfortable, and it doesn't take away much in the protection area if, again, you have forearm protection, as you should. Protection-wise, they are still excellent. They are on par with the previous ones, which I graded 10. A bit too rashly, perhaps, because there is one spot that is, I feel, a little bit underprotected, and that is the wrist. It's actually a little bit more exposed here because instead of 3 plates, you have 5 plates. So you have more mobility in the wrist with the cuff on. However, the gap between the really good protection and just a few plastic inserts is worse. So that is something to take into account. If you get a really hard hit on the wrist, it will not end well. Although I have not managed to do so yet. I have gotten some hits on the wrist, but they weren't that bad. So the plastic inserts actually did their job quite well. The second thing that's changed, which I am really glad to be able to tell you, is that they have lowered the price significantly. These gloves used to cost 230 euros, now they're 180, and the mitten model is 150 euros. That's 50 euros cheaper than they were. So if you don't have a Christmas present for yourself yet, go buy these. They are awesome, they are great, and they will protect your hands like no other glove on the market that I know of right now. The quality, the overall quality of the make of the gloves, of the build, has also improved quite a lot, I'd say. You can see that this part here, which on my previous gloves was devastated, is now holding up quite well because the material was changed. Before it was thin leather, and now it's I think this is a tear-proof material, which is as it should have been, but they probably didn't know that they would be under so much stress, these plastic inserts. So yes, that's great. The quality of the stitches is great. I have not had a single one burst yet. The rubber is amazing as it was before. It stops most of the blows. The thing is, due to its shape, the 3-fingered construction doesn't do as much as I had hoped in the beginning. There is a difference, and it's a positive difference. When you handle a sword, you can feel it because you have actually a little bit more leeway with what you do. By the way, the Velcro is my doing. It doesn't come with a glove. So the thing is, here you can actually use the bottom 2 fingers independently. With my mitten gloves, I actually had to press with all my 4 fingers if I wanted to grip the sword well. I'm used to gripping the sword with just the lower fingers, or the lower 3 fingers, which is easier here. Now, I do wish that the gloves were 3-fingered, but that the fingers were 3, so a pocket for 3 fingers and a pocket for a single finger, and not 2-2. I think that would be something to think about in the future. However, the mobility is still good. It's pretty much the same as before, slightly better in the wrist if you keep the cuff, and slightly better here, but again, not quite as much as I had hoped. Still, they are great gloves. They are nice and agile. You can do most of the stuff you want with them. It takes a little while to get used to them, especially in sparring, because, well, it is bulk. You need to get used to it. However, seeing how the price has dropped, seeing how much protection they offer, and seeing how well they actually handle in sparring, I can't not recommend these gloves. So if we talk numbers, let's see. The protectiveness, which I maybe too rashly gave a 10 for the mittens, would be of similar quality here. Only if I had to rethink something, for my previous review, it would be that I would give the protectiveness a 9. And the reason being the plastic wrist inserts. Everything else is great, and you won't get hurt on the fingers unless it's really a beastly strike, or a strike with a crossguard, like a full-on crossguard through the glove, but hopefully that won't happen. But if you get a really hard strike here, like a krumhau on the wrist, and you have the misfortune of being hit exactly on the plastic inserts, that will hurt. It will take some of the strike out, but not all of it. So 9 for protectiveness. For the price, wow, well, 25% less, actually. So from 200 for mittens to 150. That is a very decent price. So for the price, I'm gonna give it an 8. It's a very good price, and I can now actually say that these gloves are worth every cent you pay. Quality of the make has improved drastically, so I'm thinking about between 8 and a 9. However, I can't really think what else I would change in terms of quality. Some design tweaks, yes, but quality, no, so I'm leaning toward a 9. Mobility is very slightly improved. It stays almost the same as before. So before it was a 7, now it's a bit stronger 7, but I would say that it still stays a 7. Overall, however, these gloves are better than they were. I would give them a 9 right now. I am hoping that better gloves will come along, because these are not perfect. I am eagerly awaiting the Pro Gauntlet. I hope they will be better than these gloves. I also have to check out the comfort fencing gloves. I have tried them on briefly only, and while they did seem to protect a lot and be quite nice, they were also very, very heavy, and I felt as though it made me slow. However, I would actually have to get used to them a little bit more and try them out a little bit more, because I can't really give an opinion just based on first impressions. So, to top it off, I have acquired some other weapons that I need to review shortly. The first one I will review is this. You might recognize it. It is a Regenie Turnava Light. It's a nifty sword. I'll review it shortly, I hope this week maybe. I need to catch up with the review since I haven't done them in a while. And the second one is a Pavel Moc, or you call him Mok sometimes, I think. The Lichtenauer sword. This is a beast of a sword, and I will also be reviewing this one. So have fun, and until next time.